Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Doki Doki Blue Skies. Say hi, Max.
Hello!
Alright, the last time we left off, I think we were done reading everyone's poems.
Yes, I think we were on our way home. Almost.
Oh, well, almost, yeah.
Just finished reading the poems, yeah. Got phew! This was the first poems, so...
Yeah.
Natsuki
Day one of the literature club. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was surprisingly fun, albeit a bit stressful. I already knew that I wouldn't be able to write to the quality of the girls, but I tried my best.
That's all you can ask for.
Everyone here is incredibly talented. Well, all the girls are, at least. Well, that's true. I mean, we don't know how talented he is, because we never see it.
Yeah, but we're him.
True. Even we don't know.
He's pooping on us.
Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting again. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. Oh no, it's the fight scene!
Yep.
As I watch, Natsuki breezes through Yuri's poem, her eyes skipping over the words. Meanwhile, Yuri stares at the paper in her hands, smiling sadly. Natsuki quickly hands Yuri her poem back.
Oh yeah.
Here, I'm done.
Already?
Yeah, it's not like it was super hard to read. I'm not illiterate, you know.
Ooh. Huh. It was hard for me to understand, at least. Okay, I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but... I just want to make sure that you caught all the figurative language that I employed.
Yeah, I did. It was fancy.
Thanks. However, I believe that you'd enjoy it more if you looked deeper into it.
I enjoyed it plenty already. Anyway, are you finished with my poem then?
Yes. Yours is cute. Didn't we have a whole conversation about her, like things not being cute is like just being reduced to a word?
Yep.
How dare you, Yuri?
Wait, did we have that conversation with Yuri, or...?
I think that was, like, before, like, when Monika discovered the poem in Natsuki's bag.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I don't want to share my poems, because you'll all say it's cute.
Oof. Way to not listen, Yuri.
No.
Cute? Didn't you learn anything from our conversation yesterday?
Oh, dang, you're right.
Yuri looked shocked, regret seeping into her expression. Oh, at least she's sorry.
Yeah.
Seems like both girls still hold their own prejudices, despite whatever common ground they have.
How can it be cute? You're standing there thinking that I haven't read your poem, when it's really you who hasn't read my poem. It's clearly about the push and pull between giving up and trying hard.
Oh, I know that. No, you didn't. I just meant the language, I guess.
Well, maybe you should look deeper into my poem. Because I use that type of language on purpose.
I see. But if I may give a suggestion, these more involved subject matters may be better suited to more complex diction. I love her vocabulary, man.
Yeah.
The art of poetry is deeply intertwined with...
Look, I know what you're trying to do, but it won't work on me.
I'm sorry, but I don't quite understand.
This kind of thing only works on amateurs like Mainkara.
Ooh.
Bruh. Ow. Feelings.
Ouch. I don't like where this conversation is headed.
Writing in this way doesn't make you look cool or smart, okay? It just makes you look super pretentious.
Oh.
Ow. Now you're just being a jerk.
If you write with the thesaurus open next to you, you're just going to alienate everyone. Using all these big words to make up for a lack of depth.
Oh!
Oh no, cutting it deep.
Rude. Poetry isn't about impressing people.
Why would she be impressing people? This is the first time she shared her poem ever.
Exactly.
So you can just stop.
Jeez,
Holy
Matt.
crap.
Yeah, I'll say.
I don't think the fight was, like, it didn't cut that deep. I mean, they were, like, teasing each other and being mean, but it's like, that hurts.
Yeah, like they were just shouting at each other, like.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not trying to make my boobs look bigger.
Yeah.
But
it might
this
still
is
come to
just
that.
like, maybe, but ouch. This definitely hurts more.
I stare wide-eyed at Monica and Sayori, who have now also fallen silent. They stare back at me, looking unsure of what to do. How do we deflate this conflict? I'm guessing that they don't usually have many arguments in the club. Although tensions between Natsuki and Yuri already seem kind of high. Lack of depth? Did you notice that the music is all gone? So it's gonna kick up.
Yeah, that's right. So if I can give some suggestions now.
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I really must ask. What makes you believe that I'll accept your advice after you've been so rude to me? There it goes.
Wow, she's handling this with dignity.
Huh? Rude?
That
was just blunt honesty.
You? Do you ever consider that other people don't hold the same opinion as you? Kettle calling the pot black, or vice versa.
Yeah. Yep.
What are you trying to say?
Do I really need to spell it out for you?
Yeah, you do, because I'm not smart. I want to see if you're really going there.
The irony.
I dare you to say it.
Yuri gives a small laugh of disbelief. I must thank you, Natsuki. I've never been this angry in my life. It's actually giving me the courage to speak up. Is this why you're angry all the time? What?
Oh!
Guys, we shouldn't... This doesn't involve you! Wow, Monica's usually in that position.
Yep.
Sayori, please don't rob me of my moment.
So this is your moment to shine or something? Strange thing to take pride in, don't you think?
Oh my god. Slap her, Yuri,
No.
please.
It's my moment to finally speak my mind. While I still have the strength to. Yuri? Natsuki, have you ever realized how selfish you are? Suddenly, Yuri seems to be overpowering everyone else in the room.
What?
Everything always needs to go your way. You always jump to conclusions and make rash decisions without regard for the consequences. And it's never your fault, is it?
You don't know me!
No, you don't know me either. And yet you spoke as if you knew everything about me. Quite simply, you don't. The very fact you don't think that your blunt honesty was incredibly rude just goes to show how narrow-minded you truly are. This is a very different fight. I don't know what is going on.
Yeah. It's so much more intense.
Seizing her moment, Yuri boldly carries on, disdain dripping from each word. I'm almost wondering, if you decide to go with Natsuki or Sayori, if this fight plays out any differently.
Maybe.
I know it must be a difficult concept for you to understand, but the whole world doesn't revolve around you and your manga. So tell me, why should I take advice from someone who can only see their own perspective?
Because it's a different perspective.
Everyone knows it. Monica, Sayori, even Main Kara. Don't you remember how hostile you were to Main Kara when he first joined us?
That's true.
I wasn't being hostile. We haven't had a new member in a long time. Sorry, not sorry for keeping on my toes. And that's how I talk to everyone, not just Main Kara. Am I supposed to change my whole personality to cater how you think I should be? If Main Kara has a problem with my jokes, he can tell me.
Those were jokes?
You don't get to speak for him.
Yeah, her sense of humor is a little mean. Yuri closes her eyes and shakes her head, carrying on as if she didn't hear the outburst. Do you really expect a new member to be able to speak up so easily? Not everyone is as unafraid of being a brutish cretin as you.
Oh.
What?
These burns, man!
Oh god, I like this Yuri.
The rest of us were so excited to have a new member, but did that thought ever cross your mind? No, you just let your own selfish thoughts dictate your behavior.
Selfish? They weren't so...
You could have scared him off. That might have been what you wanted, but what about the rest of us?
I just explained myself for God's sake. But as per usual, you aren't listening. You know, for someone who's been ranting on about how narrow-minded I am, you're pretty intolerant yourself. There, I used a big word. Do I sound like Shakespeare yet? Am I worthy of your attention now?
Ouch. Both girls really have their claws out.
I'll say, these are not claws, these are knives.
Yeah, their words are knives.
Also,
Yeah.
Monica and Sayori didn't have any issue with me yesterday. It's just you.
Of course they did, Natsuki. They just didn't say anything. Monica is too responsible, and Sayori is too kind. So why don't we ask Main Kara then, as the more unbiased spectator?
Yay.
Fine. Main Kara, who's right, me or Yuri?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? I don't even know what they want me to decide on at this point. Should I just ignore all the personal stuff and just talk about their poetry? That's what started the argument, after all. But it's not like I'm a good judge of writing quality, given that I'm just a beginner. I don't think it would be fair for me to take either side either, especially since I'm new here.
Take Yuri's side.
Maybe I should defer to one of the club leaders? So of course, that's going to be, okay, so we don't get to choose which of the fight we side with. That's interesting. Sayori or Monica?
Well, Sayori tried and it didn't really work out.
Mm-hmm. And Monica was just ignored.
Yeah. And Monica has trouble facing her club members and being a leader in general.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to say. We could go either one. Here, save the game here, just in case.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna put
that
let's
make
over
new save
here.
file.
So
Yeah.
okay. Sayori or Monica? I'm gonna go with Monica because she's the president and she might be kind of different from the original, so it's like maybe they'll listen to her as like, listen, I'm the president and you guys have to stop fighting.
Yeah. Maybe that'll work.
I honestly don't know what to do in this situation. I quickly glance over to Monica. Monica nods at me and approaches the two girls. Yuri and Natsuki, this is... She clears her throat. Is it just me, or did her confident persona seem to waver a bit? This is no way to act in our club. Monica does seem sort of disoriented. She's probably not used to such confrontation. You're kind of setting a bad example. Main Kara is probably really uncomfortable. Not to mention that there's really no reason for this argument to be happening. Yeah. She's actually not as confident as you think she is.
Yeah. I mean, she says that in the in Act 2.
Mm-hmm.
when they have their fight and they start cussing at each other.
Right.
And Monica just drags us outside the classroom.
Yeah. By, like, forcing it to be like, just Monica. But Monica!
Yep.
No, I can't have this in the club.
Are you kidding me? Don't you see how Yuri is treating me? She's being a massive jerk right now.
She kind of is.
Agreed, but also that's how Natsuki is all the time.
Mhm.
There's so much reason for this argument.
Excuse me, Natsuki, but it's actually your own toxic behavior that led to this. Yuri really emphasized that toxic bit. I wonder why.
Toxic behavior? What are you talking about? Are you even listening to yourself? This is exactly why no one wants to be your...
Oh, enough! Monica seems to have gotten over herself and now looks livid. Never seen her make that face.
Yeah, that's a new one.
You guys are supposed to be friends, aren't you? It's so foolish how you two are acting. Don't you have any consideration for the other club members? You're even making main Kara uncomfortable. She already said that, but... Yuri, didn't you say yourself that you wanted to make him feel as welcome as possible? What happened to that? I didn't mean to make him feel that way. And don't forget Sayori. She always acts in everyone's best interests. While you two act like this?
I wasn't trying to do anything either. I'm just being honest. Yuri is...
Let me finish, Natsuki. I would ask you to please reconsider the way you are treating one another. You guys are obviously talented with your writing skills, and you both have unique aspects on your writing styles. That's what makes you guys special. To be fair, I'm obviously not good with handling situations like this, but there's a sudden pause for 1 minute, and I decide to break the silence.
I agree with Monica. Fighting will only cause everyone to split apart, and to be honest, I really like it here, and I believe if there's any resentment held over it, if there's any resentment held over, it just won't be the same.
That's how you read it.
Yeah.
Both girls are speechless. Yuri is the first to speak. I'm just going to make tea. Natsuki remains silent and takes a seat only to stare into nothingness. I slide next to Sayori.
Man, I can see why she's president.
Yeah, she is pretty great. Even though she doubts herself, I think she handled that pretty well. Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Good job, Monica.
Oh, Sayori's giving us sad eyes, though. Why is Sayori sad?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Monica seems like such a genuine sweet girl. Hopefully I'll be able to properly get to know her during the school year. Phew. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poetry? I noticed that she carefully avoids mentioning the argument that just occurred. It was a lot of fun! Some moments were worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Main Kara, how about you?
I actually really enjoyed myself. It seems I do like expressing myself through poetry, a lot more than I initially thought.
That's great, everyone enjoyed themselves.
Yeah.
Everyone looks intently at me, the girls smiling at me. Monica and Yuri look a little sad, though, with their eyebrows.
Yeah. I think Monica's just nervous about everything that still happened.
Mm-hmm.
It was really cool getting to see everyone's different writing styles.
That's awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow! And hopefully you learn something from us, too! So your poems will turn out even better!
Yeah.
I think to myself a bit as I begin to pack up. Today, I managed to learn a little more about the kinds of poems that everyone likes. With any luck, I'll be able to learn more about the girls as individuals through their themes and messages. I nod to myself, turning to Sayori.
Hey, Sayori. Ready to walk home?
Sure!
Okay, see you guys tomorrow then.
As we leave the club room, Sayori turns back to wave at the girls. I do the same. Natsuki smiles, then quickly looks away to act like she doesn't care.
Ha.
Yuri awkwardly smiles and nods. And as expected from the school idol, Monika gives a friendly grin and waves back. Sweet.
Sayori, about what, happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, I remember you told me yesterday that they sometimes bicker, but are all their arguments normally that bad?
I feel a little guilty as I ask her, as I know she doesn't like talking about conflict. There's a slight dip in the cheeriness of her voice as she replies, "No, not at all. They have their differences, but it's the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. They're both wonderful people, I promise. You don't hate them or anything, do you?"
Oh, not at all. It's only normal for people to argue, I guess. I was just curious. After all, you know them better than I do.
Sayori lets out a relieved sigh. You know, Main Kara, it's been so nice seeing you again. I don't really think we'd get to spend much time with one another again.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's been really fun hanging out again. I don't really know when we started drifting or why. Guess it was just life coming between us?
She nods, looking a little reflective. I like this mod makes the dialogue seem a lot more real.
Yeah.
It's super sweet.
Still, I'm glad you let me join your club. I'm not going to lie, at first I was a bit doubtful when you told me it was about literature. But hey, I guess it goes to show that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
Hey.
Yay.
She giggles, and I frown. Did I say something funny? Yes, you did. Nice pun. Did you even realize?
Huh? Pun? You mean about the book comment. Oh, and this is a literature club.
Oh my god, you're explaining the joke.
He's a bit slow on the uptake. Jeez, looks like the club's really starting to looks like the club's really starting to rub off on me, isn't it?
They missed writing a 2 in there. Sayori might be known as a bit of an airhead, but sometimes she can really notice things that others don't. I wonder, what's it really like inside her head?
Crippling depression.
You haven't changed at all, Main Kara. You always knew how to make me laugh. I blush slightly. I've never really known how to react to that compliment, especially when it comes from someone of the opposite sex.
I'm glad I'm still able to do that. I'll be honest though, I didn't think I'd make so many new friends by joining the club.
Well, they're a really nice bunch. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, a pretty warm welcome.
She nods contentedly.
Anyway, let's see what the future holds. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, see you tomorrow! These girls are all interesting characters, aren't they? Different personalities and a variety of writing styles. Yet they're all united under the same club. I briefly wonder how Monika found all of them. In just 2 days, I feel like I've made progress with each member. Getting to know Yuri and Natsuki, actually getting to talk to Monika a little bit. Winning! And of course, reuniting with an old friend.
Yeah.
I mean, we know Yuri the best, but not really Natsuki. We haven't spent a lot of time with her, but getting to see the fight kind of, gave us a window into her personality.
Yeah. And a bit of the talking about her poem.
True. I never would have guessed this would all come from joining the club. But hey, I'm not complaining. Let's just hope my writing improves over time so I can write poems to a standard more like theirs. Speaking of which, there's work to be done tonight. Let's do this! Poem time!
Yeah.
There's day, and then there's night. There's a cute little
There's
dance.
a lot of jumping jacks.
And we still don't see Monica for some reason.
Dang.
Well, we're going full Yuri for this, so let's impress her.
Yeah. Climax.
Where? Oh, yes. A what?
Yeah.
What happened? Oh, for some reason I
Oh.
right-clicked and the words all disappeared. That was weird.
Oh yeah, if you right-click or press H, it hides the UI.
Oh, really? Oh, romance?
Yeah.
I guess Sayori likes romance.
Determination.
I want to do that, but I think oh, okay.
Nope.
Yuri likes
it's definitely
determination.
Yuri.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whirlwind. Existence.
Yeah. Death.
Death. Yes. Oh no!
Oh.
Sayori, no! You can't!
Disarray. That's a good one.
Yes. I was thinking the same thing. Unrequited. Oh no,
Oh,
Sayori.
damn it. Sayori, please.
I love you, but we want Yuri.
Infallible.
Unrestrained. Oh, sorry.
Or unrestrained. Yes.
Yeah.
That works.
You choose
Entropy.
that one. Yes.
Mausoleum.
Yes. Pain.
Captive?
Or that.
Oh, pain, yeah.
I hopefully.
Wait, that might be Sayori.
Oh no.
Ah, darn.
Yes.
Incongruent. Uncontrollable.
Yes. Contamination.
Contamination.
She'll like that. Which
Judgment.
one? Yes.
Afterimage.
Yeah. I was also thinking intellectual, but that's good.
Intellectual would also work.
Mm.
Afterimage was just the first one I saw because the mouse was already on it.
Right. Extreme.
Yes.
That's the best. And
despise.
I'm thinking that, but what if? Yes. Okay. I was thinking
Yeah.
Sayori despised herself.
Oof.
Okay.
That's true. That hurts.
So that is the second day of poems. Just a few days ago, I never would have thought that I'd look forward to an extracurricular so much. But here I am, back for another club meeting and anticipating new antics from everybody. The usual scene awaits me as I step into the club room. Hi, Main Kara!
Hey, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
Is that so? Well, it's nice to see you so cheery. Anyway, what's new?
Oh, I've got some exciting news!
Yeah? What's up?
Did you know that the student store sells that new brand of strawberry milk now? I saw when I passed by on my way here. Oh, I think I remember what this is. I should have known better than to expect actual news from Sayori.
What are you talking about? It's strawberry milk, dude. That is actual news. I don't think I've tried that yet. I don't know. Strawberry milk is usually too sweet for me.
What? But it goes great with melon bread. I've never
What is
tried.
melon bread?
It must be a Japanese thing. I don't even know what melon bread is.
Probably a Japanese thing, yeah. Sayori, you could eat a packet of raw sugar and you'd still say it's not sweet enough.
Hey, that's an exaggeration. Seriously though, it goes really well with bread. The milk is sweet, but it still has that unique tart strawberry flavor that's eased by the richness of the milk. And when you pair that with fresh bread, the sweetness is spread out even more so that it's just the right amount of flavor.
Wow, when did you become Gordon Ramsay?
Nice. Did they even know who Gordon Ramsay is?
I would assume so. He's in a lot of memes.
I guess. Ha! I'm a food expert, so you should trust me on this.
I mean, given how many snacks you eat every day, I don't doubt that you know your food well.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment, you meanie. So I'm a meanie for giving her a compliment? Anyway, aren't you hungry now? Talking about food always makes me hungry.
Now that you mention it, maybe a little.
Great! Let's go to the student store and buy snacks together then! But you're supposed to be in the club. Ah, now I see what she's playing at.
She don't want to buy.
I raise an eyebrow and Sayori notices. So sad. Main Kara, why are you looking at me like that?
Well, Sayori, I have a nagging suspicion that you're only trying to convince me to come because you don't have any money. And you just want me to buy you a snack.
What? I would never do that.
Oh, really? Then let's see your purse.
Huh?
Your purse. Let's see it.
Sayori laughs awkwardly as she pulls out her purse. She opens with it, and dumps its contents onto the desks. 2 small coins fall out.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
This little ruse might have actually worked had Sayori not pulled it on me numerous times when we were younger. The amount of times she managed to trick me into buying her another ice cream. I guess some things never change.
Nice try, Sayori.
No fair. How did you know?
Uh-huh. Now, wouldn't you like to know? Let's just call it intuition.
I think it's called knowing your friends.
Yeah, basically.
In response, she sticks her tongue out at me. Typical. Yuri suddenly giggles.
Eh?
I didn't notice she was eavesdropping. Looking over in her direction, I catch her peeking over the top of a book. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yeah. Yuri! Tell me and Kara to let me borrow some money.
Borrow.
That's none of my business, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. It's shameful to manipulate people into doing or buying things for you. Wow, isn't that a little harsh? I'm only messing around with Sayori after all. Did I just... I didn't mean that. That came out much harsher than I intended. Sorry. I just... well, Yuri blushes in embarrassment, looking away from us while playing with a strand of her hair. I apologize for how I've been acting lately. It looks like she still might be a bit ashamed of how she acted yesterday. You know, it's okay to be honest sometimes. You shouldn't always keep things that bother you to yourself. There's no way you could think that after... You were right, though. I shouldn't trick people into buying me things.
Funny how your 10-year-old self didn't see it that way.
Yuri let out a small laugh, covering her mouth with her hand. Even the way she laughs is so shy and proper. Is this mischievous behavior something Sawyer used to display as a child, then?
Oh, yeah. Although, back then, I fell for it time and time again. You wouldn't believe how much candy Sayori managed to con me out of.
What? Don't make me have to be so sneaky, main Kara! Although those candies were so good. So cute! I'm surprised, Sayori. Coming from you, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? What's going on here?
Oh, nothing much. Sayori here was just up to some mischief.
Oh?
Yeah, she tried to trick me into buying her a snack.
Hey, that's not true!
That's exactly what happened.
Monica smiles wryly and turns to me. I'm assuming this isn't the first time.
Well, you'd be right.
We all share a little chuckle at that. Well, everyone except Sayori does. Hey, you guys are being really mean, 'cause I'm not gonna get any snacks, mostly.
Okay, we're sorry. But you did bring this upon yourself.
Yeah, I know. But in my defense, I am really hungry!
Well,
Natsuki chimes in.
if you're really that hungry, you can have this if you want.
She offers up a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori immediately snatches it out of her hands. Thank you, thank you, thank you! Sayori hugs the cookie. Aww.
Jeez, just eat it.
I remember in the original games, Natsuki basically threw the cookie at her head. So she's a little more mature and just handing it to her.
Yeah, without even, being prompted.
Mm-hmm. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good! Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue! Oh no!
Ha! You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Jeez.
Man, she really is hungry.
Beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. What kind of cookie did you get? If it's not chocolate.
Probably regular, sugar cookie.
Yeah. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
Ah, jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
That's a word for it.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. That is such an adorable scene.
I'm glad they kept that.
Yeah, Yuri, Monica, and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori to quit taking my stuff?
Sayori, you know you shouldn't do something like that without permission. Monica scolds Sayori. I know. I'm sorry, Natsuki. But it was so good.
Hey!
Everyone but Natsuki chuckles.
These things happen a lot, Monica?
A little bit too much, to be honest. Don't worry, it's all in good fun.
Good fun is teasing each other from time to time, not stealing food.
Oh, calm down, it's no big deal. Natsuki pouts in her seat. Everyone calms down and quickly returns to their normal activities. Sayori has already managed to finish the entire cookie, I mean, how big is it, really?
It said it was a giant cookie, so I'm gonna assume, like, at least the size of my hand.
Right. You ever have those big cookies from Starbucks? There's like, I'm picturing like a cookie like that.
Oh god, those are so good.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Natsuki gets up and heads for the closet, and Yuri is already lost in her book.
I think I'm gonna get one of those tomorrow morning now.
Ooh, yes. So, I think it's been 40 minutes, so maybe after this scene we can wrap up, like right before we read the poems.
Sure.
Alright. So that's...
Hello, Yuri.
Oh! Hello, main Kara. Yuri places the book she was reading down on her desk.
How's it going, boo? I'm not interrupting you or anything, am I?
Oh, not at all. Were you hoping to continue reading together?
You know it. Well, yes, actually. Would that be alright?
Oh, of course. Before we get started, would it be alright if I made some tea?
Sure. What did you have in mind?
Perhaps I could show you. Yuri stands up and drifts towards the back of the room. She opens up the cupboard and retrieves a glass pitcher. I'll just be a moment. Is that alright?
Yeah, take your time.
Yuri turns to leave, but then suddenly wheels back. Oh, I almost forgot. There's an electric kettle in the cupboard here. Would you mind plugging it in for me while I'm gone?
Sure. See you in a bit.
This time, she leaves the classroom for real. She's nervously clutching onto the water pitcher, yet she still appears to make long, elegant strides. It's really quite astonishing to see. She almost looks graceful. Oh, where's Yuri off to? You didn't scare her away, did you?
What? No. At least I don't think so.
I'm just teasing you, main Kara.
Right.
That's not really what I'd call a good joke, but I don't argue.
Yuri wanted to make some tea, so she went to fetch some water.
I see. Yuri's very proud of her tea set. Has she shown it to you yet?
Oh, not yet, no.
Maybe you should ask her about it. Tea is a big passion of hers, so I'm sure she'd be happy to talk about it a bit. Who knows? Maybe it'll help you get a little closer to her.
Monica's like
giggles.
a wingman here.
Uh-huh. I'm just messing with you again, main Kara. At that
You're
moment,
not.
At that moment, the door to the club room opens, and Yuri walks back in with a full water pitcher. Ah, speak of the devil. Well, I won't keep you any further. Have fun with Yuri.
Wink.
Monica walks away, and Yuri approaches me. Monica's really being the bigger character and letting us hang out with whoever we want.
Yeah, it's kinda weird.
She's just letting things happen naturally.
Hmm.
Is everything alright? I'm sorry for taking so long.
She was gone for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You're fine. Monica was just telling me about your tea set.
Ah. A delicate smile plays across Yuri's face. Yes. Would you like to see it? Monica must have been telling the truth. She genuinely looks excited to share this with me.
I'd be happy to, Yuri.
Yay! Main Kara, do you like oolong tea?
I don't really have a preference. I'm sure whatever you give me will be fine.
Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the electric kettle at 200 degrees. Fahrenheit or Celsius? I don't know.
Probably Celsius.
Yeah. She then begins measuring out tea leaves into a strainer.
Actually, no. Celsius would probably heat the water too much.
Yeah. Does it go from 0 to 100? Or, like...
Yeah, 100 is when water boils.
Mm-hmm. So 200 sounds a little too much.
Yeah, that seems excessive. But then it seems like not enough in Fahrenheit.
Mm. True.
And it would be like world destructive in Kelvin.
Yep.
Monica wasn't kidding. You must really enjoy this, huh?
Yuri smiles shyly, blushing slightly. Yes. Besides reading, tea is a true passion of mine. A piping hot cup of tea alongside a gripping novel. Doesn't that sound wonderful?
Yeah, I guess it does. I have to admit, it's kind of fascinating seeing you be so exact with everything.
Tea is an art, main Kara. It's a delicate dance where each step must be perfect. Even the temperature of the water needs to be precisely 200 degrees. Really? The tea I make when I haphazardly plop a tea bag in boiling water seems fine to me. But then again, I guess Yuri's making tea with higher grade ingredients. Once the water is boiled, Yuri adds it to the pot and carefully steeps the tea leaves. She hums to herself delicately and pours out a cup for each of us.
It's nice seeing you like this.
What do you mean?
You just seem so relaxed, like you're in the zone.
Mm-hmm. I see. Expressing myself really isn't as hard as I thought it'd be. I'm glad I get to do this sort of thing with someone else. Especially someone as delightful as yourself, main Kara.
Yeah?
I'm sorry if that sounded weird. I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
It's really okay, Yuri. I want to do all of this with you. It's kind of new for me as well. Maybe a bit of company will make it easier on both of us.
Yes. Thank you for being so patient with me, main Kara. Yuri really doesn't have much self-confidence. The least I can do is let her be herself a bit. Maybe over time she'll grow more comfortable around others. Main Kara, would it be okay if we sat on the floor today?
I don't see why not. Any particular reason why, though?
I can rest against the wall and read instead of leaning over my desk. I often have back pain, so it'd be a little easier on me.
Oh, sure, I don't mind.
Thank you. Sometimes it can be a real bother to have, that is to say, based on how she's acting, I think I can guess what she might be referring to, but confirming that would probably make her feel even more embarrassed.
You mean you have terrible reading posture, right? And I can't imagine hunching over your books like that so much is too comfortable.
Yes! Yeah! That's exactly what I was going to say. So, if we were to sit on the floor...
Yeah, that makes sense. Nice save. Let me just get the book.
I retrieved the novel alongside a small bag of chocolates. Why didn't you offer that to Sayori? Yuri carries...
Because it is to share with Yuri.
Yuri carries out teacups and places them on the ground, sliding down to the floor. Soon enough, the two of us are in the same position as yesterday, each holding one side of the story. Would it be okay if... Yuri shifts closer to me until our shoulders are touching. Her thick purple hair flops over my arm as she peers over the book. I think I like Yuri being a bit more assertive. Here. Yuri reaches over with her free hand and presents me with my teacup. I carefully accept it, taking great care to avoid her chest as I do so. Okay. Don't know why.
Because you had to reach over her.
Oh, yeah. I had to reach over. I slowly let go of the book and raise the teacup. Yuri subconsciously moves her hand underneath it to better balance the book between us. I love how this is all painting a nice word picture.
Yeah.
Her gaze is completely focused on the pages below. It's almost as if you can see the story being scanned word by word in her eyes. As she continues, I take a sip from my teacup. It has a soothing floral flavor, and it smells wonderful. Yuri wasn't kidding. This really is quite relaxing. Once I've finished my tea, I take a chocolate from my bag and fiddle with the wrapper. After I've clumsily disposed of it, I pop it into my mouth. I
got some chocolates here. Would you like one?
Oh, I appreciate the offer, but I don't want to accidentally get smudges on the page.
Oh, that's a good point. Sorry, I hadn't thought of that. My bad.
Oh, it's quite all right. I can hold the book for us if you like. Yuri grabs the other side of the book and holds it between us. Before I know it, she's transfixed in the story again. I don't think she's noticed, but her arm's resting on top of my leg. I take another chocolate from the bag and raise it up to Yuri's mouth. Without looking away, she parts her lips. I don't know if she even realizes she's doing it. But she's expecting it now. I have to follow through. I timidly place the chocolate in Yuri's mouth. As she continues to read, she closes her lips around it. Huh? Looks like she's just realized what happened. Oh, what? Man, Kara! Yuri blushes deeply, looking up at me.
Sorry. I wasn't really thinking.
No. You were trying to make me feel more comfortable, right? Suddenly, I feel really nervous.
And I get really sweaty. Yeah. I just thought you might like some.
Yes. If that's the case, then I wouldn't mind another. If that's all right with you, of course.
Totally.
Yuri tries to look back at the book, but I can tell she's unable to focus on it. I don't think main Kara's been able to focus on the book either with all that's going on.
Oh yeah, he hasn't read a single word.
I can feel my heart trying to beat out of my chest. Ooh, I don't think I've noticed, but I can see Yuri's eyes kind of change lights as if she's actually reading. Look at that.
Oh, you're right.
That's a nice touch. I mean, obviously there's the dust flickering about, but it looks as if she's reading.
Yeah. Wow. I like that.
I can feel my heart trying to beat out of my chest. Things have gotten really tense. I reach down and take another chocolate. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. Was this how things were supposed to go? Yuri doesn't look away. There's a soft pleading in her eyes as she blinks slowly. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. However, this time, it feels a lot more intimate. Her breath is gentle and warm on my fingers as I place the chocolate in her mouth.
Oh, she's getting sweaty.
Okay, Well, what do we have here? Yuri jolts back. Sorry, I didn't mean to make things awkward. We do need to share poems now, though. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Great. Get things put away, and you can join us shortly. Yuri and I sit there dumbfounded. I guess I can take care of the teacups.
Yeah.
Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. Without another word, the two of us clean everything up. I don't know if either of us will have the courage to bring this up in the future. Okay. Well, that was a sweet scene.
Tom? Yeah. Although the entire time I'm just like, just kiss already.
Alright. Saving from this. And so the next time we play, we'll get to read more poems. This game is so fun.
Yeah!
I just love how sweet it is and like how much more of a word picture you get from the story.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the heck out of it.
Yeah, thank you for joining me, Max, and thank you for whoever is watching this. I hope you subscribe, and we'll see when we play the next one.
Yep, bye.